Hey, yo, I don't want to hear no Odergaard slander ever again, man. I don't want it. I don't need it. Cut that out of my life. It's done. It's finished. It's over. Whatever opinion you had on my mans, put it in the trash because it's done. What's goody, everybody? It's Full-Time Triple. We're back in the building, man. Gonna do a little bit of a combined video, put the match review and the player ratings in there into one. We just finished this game at home. Arsenal 2, Fulham 1. Was a really inspiring performance, man. It showed a lot of fight, man. It was a very enjoyable game. Stressful ass game, I might add, but it was a win nonetheless. We remain 4 for 4. And top of the league, man. 12 points. I can't complain, man. I can't complain. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But looking at today's performance, it just it showed us another side of us, man. It shows us another side of this Arsenal team when put to the test, when down 1-0 in the second half with not much time to go. How do they respond? How do they respond? You know, we saw it in spots last season, but I feel like this season it's really picking up a notch, man. The mentality to actually bounce back from a result like this, from a situation like this, where we control the game for most of it, but then something didn't go our way. You know, Gabrielle made a big mistake, you know what I'm saying, in a sense, but the atmosphere around the team in the stadium, you could hear it through the speaker, you could hear it through your headphones, man. It's contagious, and they just picked Gabrielle right up. The team picked them right up. So keep your head up, keep going, and you know we just kind of get this result out the bag, bro. It's dope, bro. It's dope. On a more, I guess, I'd say, what I say? I guess negative note. I'll say negative note, bro. I will say that our midfield, man, it was missing Zinchenko, and it was missing Partey today. Obviously, I mean, with them being injured, our midfield moves a lot less fluidly. I would say that there's a lot less I guess precise passing and certain, you know, faster flowing movements, a little bit more functional today. Again, we had more possession, but it just didn't feel as pressing as a midfield with Zinchenko near it or Partey in it. So, you know, it's something that we got to acknowledge, bro. We got to make some signings. I still think we have to sign a midfielder and we have to sign a winger. For a multitude of reasons, and we can get to that as we go to the player ratings, but I still think a couple of more signings are imperative for us to actually snag before the end of this transfer window. We only got about 5 or 4 days left to work, so we need to get that in. But I mean, listen, great resilience from the boys, bro. Like, Fulham is they're actually a good team. I was wrong about them, bro. If y'all seen my my Premier League predictions, I had them to go down, and listen, it could still be true. It could still be true. But I threw some dirt on Mitrovic's name a little bit, but he's proven that he can sustain a certain level in the Premier League. That's quality, man. So credit to them and credit to the side they stuck in, and you know, when the chance came, they took it. But otherwise, we were all over him, man. We were all over him, but we were unlucky to score. It's like, it's one of those performances where, you know, they're staying compact, but we're controlling the game, but it's just that last little piece in a goal that we missed up until, you know, they conceded and then we bounced back. So it was great resilience from the boys. It was actually super enjoyable to see, I know what I'm saying, the first and second goal go in. And yeah, man, yeah, it's going to be a really good, I guess, benefit, you know, coming back in this fashion, man. It's going to be a big boost to the boys, bro. We got a huge slew of games coming in the midweek. We got Villa and Wednesday, and then we got Manchester United away on next week Sunday, bro, and that's going to be a huge one. So hopefully we take this, you know, all things considered, hopefully, you know, the injuries are settled as quick as possible, and then with that we can rotate the squad on Wednesday, and then we go, you know, all for it on Sunday, man. We got to keep this run going. So yeah, that's that. But let's get into these player ratings really quickly, man. We'll start from the 1 to 11 real quick. Let's start with Ramsdale. I'm going to give a 7. Didn't keep a clean sheet, but there were some vital saves that he made that really kept us in the game. And I think it showed the difference really between why we kept him and why Leno is on Fulham right now. Why Leno's their starting keeper. You know what I'm saying? It's just, he really showed that he is built for this, man. And in moments where you fumble and let the ball go past you, and there's moments where you save it, you know what I'm saying, keep your team in the game. And he showed the difference in that, why he's the number 1 at Arsenal. So definitely a 7 for me for Aaron Ramsdale. I think he had a pretty good game today. Let's go to Ben White. Ben White, I'm going to give a 7.5. I'm going to give a 7.5. I feel like he gets some unnecessary hate, some undeserved hate, I think, because I think he's actually a pretty, you know, he's a decent player. He's actually a good player, bro. Just because he came with the $50 million price tag, of course, people are going to be, you know, throwing all whatever opinions under the moon about him. But the way he handles himself at right back, the way he contains certain things, his availability on the overlap. If he can get more quality crosses in, like he was starting to today, he can become a real threat and a real viable option at right back when, Tomiyasu's not 100% and when we don't have, an actual backup like that. So he slotted into this right back position so well, and major credit to him, because it's not easy, to switch your position when you're favored in central defense and, kind of switch up your whole game plan. But he's taken to it as well as you possibly could, and he's been doing a job. So 100% 7.5 for him. Moving down, we'll go to William Saliba. Saliba, I'm giving an 8 today, bro. I'm giving an 8. He was immense again. I think he was immense again. There was a few things that, again, that was a little bit fuzzy in terms of, like just the defense in general, but I feel like those weren't directly attributed to him. But at some point during the second half, you could just see him started springing long passes, started commanding, commanding and dictating play from his position. And you could just see he's a star, bro. He's a star. You see the celebration? You want this man really wanted to go to Marseille? Look at that man's face. You want to go to Marseille? Cool. All right, cool. That's what I thought. He didn't. All right, cool. He's just a monster, bro. He's literally, I stamp this right now, he is literally the front runner or the second closest to Young Player of the Year. Name me who else has had a better start right now, and I think he's gonna maintain that, and I think he will be Young Player of the Year this year, man. Again, go back to the predictions from the beginning of the season. I already stated this, but I'm giving him an 8. Next up, we got Gabrielle Magalhaes, and jeez, it hurts, bro. It hurts, but I'm gonna give him a 7, son. I'm gonna give him a 7. You could see, again, as we get pressed, as we maintain consistent pressure or endure consistent pressure from other teams, people look to target Gabrielle because he isn't the best technically out of the back line. He isn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just a natural fact. It is what it is. He's getting better with it, but still just problems when he gets pressed, and it's hard for him to maintain that stuff. And he made a mistake. He made a mistake today when the ball came back in. He tried to bring it down a little bit. Mitrovic was on his case, and then he lost it, and it was a bad goal to concede. I'm not gonna lie. It looked real bad. But the mentality instilled in him from the team, from the fans, from the manager to pick himself back up and keep going forward. And when he scored the winner, it's vindication. It's vindication. Immediate redemption arc. Immediate, bruh. He's getting the 7 today. So, kind of push him forward. The goal he conceded would have pushed him back to like a 3. But I think the winning goal pushes him back up to a 7. Honestly, I think he did well overall. Aside from that last mistake, though. Moving on to Kieran Tierney. I'm gonna give Tierney a 6. I'm gonna give Tierney about a 6. It's different, bro. I feel like now that we have again a bit of competition in the left back spot with Zinchenko, and you saw how well it worked the first 3 games with the system between Zinchenko coming in and Saka coming out, and then different people inverting and whatnot. So I felt that he wasn't the speed that he was last year or the year before. You know what I'm saying, when he was like before pre-injury. I think he's gonna get back into the game. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see too much of him in certain instances, but I just give him a 6. I think he did a decent job today, though. All right, moving on to the midfielders. Let's start with Mohamed El Neni. El Neni, I'm gonna actually give a 7. I'm gonna actually give him a 7. I know people were kind of dreading it in a sense, but there's a certain quality standard we know that El Neni's not gonna reach. But he's a dependable squad member at this point. We can't bolster our squad with anything, but he's a good player. He's a decent squad member to come in when things are rough and actually bring security, stability. So I know he's not the level that we want in terms of our starting midfielder, but for the job he did today, I think it was a 7. He controlled things well, kept things low. You know what I'm saying? Like when things needed to, when things needed to be pressed, he actually played some forward passes. So I appreciate that, but we know who Neni is, and I still think it's a big part of our squad, especially when these games are coming thick and fast. Everybody's gonna have to do their part. So we just got to get behind him, man. So I give him a 7. And Xhaka as well, I will give a 7. Again, in that role, he started getting more advanced positions. He missed some chances. I think in the first half, there was one that got, there was a beautiful ball from Odergaard. They got floated to J Zeus, and then it kind of came to Xhaka, and then he just floated over the bar. Aside from that, again, usual job. He's been putting in shifts. These first 4 games, man. So you got to give him credit for the effort. But I'm gonna give him a 7. All right, I'm going to move to Makaiosaka next. I'm going to give Saka a 6 today, and I felt like there were some instances where he got closer actually to the goal, where he got closer to certain chances, but he just wasn't at the end of them, man. Again, It's so difficult for him, I think, being able to have the capacity to run all those kilometers, you know what I'm saying, run all that distance, get and still be in front of two to three defenders each time you come up to your position in your spot, coming from all the way wide. It's so hard to operate, but he's doing the best he can to drag players, move and do his thing. He found some looks, but things got saved by Leno and whatnot. So I'm gonna give him a 6, but I feel like that's not down to his lack of ability, because we already know he's a star. But it's just the fact that, again, the way teams set up, it kind of stifle him a little bit because they're setting up so many people just to block his path. So, it's a little bit unfortunate today. I feel like he got a little bit more joy against Fulham than he did in previous games, but I think he's going to come alive when we need him this season. All right, looking to Gabrielle Martinelli. Gabrielle Martinelli, I think I'm going to give a 7. I'm going to give a 7 because I feel like in the second half, his set piece deliveries got way, way better. Again, he was very much active, alive all over the pitch. Not really too much, that was different from last week, aside from, again, some of the quality on the attacking side. But again, he put in a shift. He worked his socks off, bro. You can't fault him more than that. And he got some joy again on that left hand side, and he got more things off than not in an attacking sense. So I feel like that's why I gave Saka a 6 and Martinelli a 7, but I feel like it's down to the form and function of how teams set up against us. So yeah, I'm gonna give Martinelli a 7 that time. And let's move into Martin Odergaard. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Man of the match. Best player on that pitch today. I don't care what you say. All the doubters Fabio Vieira could usurp him, blah, blah, blah. Like, listen, bro, he's a part of the team. Let Fabio Vieira, he'll have his time. You know what I'm saying? He'll have his time in the side. But do not discredit the work that this guy, Martin Ødegaard, puts in. He is all over the place. Damn near every time there was an attack, he was instrumental in that, moving forward or getting into the box with a slick pass. I'm about to say a slick pass through ball, good vision, you know what I'm saying? Hard work rate. Like, this guy, he's doing everything for us. He's doing everything for us, man, and got the goal today as well. It's a deflection, but who cares? He put the effort in to shoot inside the box, and magical things happen when you just shoot inside the box. So you can't fault him for just being that damn good, bro. He does this. A captain's performance, a true captain's performance for today's game, man. 10 out of 10. Just beautiful. And moving on to Gabrielle J Zeus. I'm going to give J Zeus, I think I'm going to give him... I'll give him a 7. I was going to say 6.5, but I'll give him a 7, man. He put in, again, real hard work today, as per usual. I feel like here's the thing where, again, he's only scored in, one game? But the threat he provides opens up a lot more things. He's so active. He's so involved in all stages of the play. So, you can't fault him for giving him that effort. I would definitely give him a 7. Yeah. No, I'll stick with 7. As for the substitutes, let's run through them real quick. Rob Holding, I'm going to give I'll give a 6. I'll give him a 6. They came in, there was 5-6 minutes of stoppage time. So you got to come in and do a job. Really, really important for, him to come in and make that happen. So that's a 6. Tomiyasu, I'll give a 6 as well. Pretty much the same role as Holding when it came in late game to shore it out, see the game out, set it down. That's cool. But Eddie Nketiah, I'm going to actually give a 7.5 off of the bench. Now, at some point in the game, that early stages of the second half, I feel like it is after we just conceded as well, we were looking a little bit shook, and Arteta decided to change up the lineup, bring in Eddie, and Eddie made so many direct runs to upset people, bro. He was in so many good positions. He was unlucky to not score some of those, man. Especially when he was off the right hand side, did a chop, came through and curled it. It was just a little bit wide, man, a little bit too wide, but he was electric. He was electric, man. That's exactly what you want in a substitution cameo, bro. That's what you want when you come on the pitch. You want to get people off of their game, and I think that really changed the dynamic from when he came on his introduction to 60th minute all the way up, to the end of the game. It really changed things. It put them on the back foot, and of course there was some mistakes on Fulham's end, but I really think that change was key from Arteta, and Eddie did a great job, man. Shout out Eddie. Referee, I'm giving like a 2. For obvious reasons. The referee was a bum. Anyways, we're gonna move forward to the fans today. Fans were 11, bro. Another 11 out of 10. They were fantastic. Literally top to bottom, the support. You could hear it. You can feel how united the team is whenever they step into the stadium, bro. You can feel, you could just feel the excitement. You can feel, again, the passion. You can feel how good it is to be, again, an Arsenal fan, and and how like strongly we feel, you know what I'm saying, to everything. When somebody goes down, the team is cheering them harder. You know what I'm saying? The crowd is cheering them up. It's bleeding through the speakers. You can hear it, man. Plus Ted Lasso was in the stage in the audience today, you know what I'm saying? And we had to get a win, you know what I'm saying? And the Lady Gooners as well. So it's W's, bro. That's W's. Star-studded, and we got a nice dub, man. You can't have better than that, bro. It's 11 out of 10. And last but not least, I'm going to go with the manager, Mikel Arteta. I think he gets, I'm going to give him an 8.5 today. I'm going to give him an 8.5. I know I don't want to use decimals too much, but I think he warrants definitely at least an 8 for the way he changed the game from the 60th minute. Again, changed a little bit of the form, brought in Eddie Nketiah. Again, a really positive change. He was going to go for broke, and then it really paid off in the end of getting some people off kilter. We were getting chances left, right, and center. The interplay after that change was made was really, really good in that sequence from 60 to 85th minute. So I give Arteta credit, man. And we were unlucky to not score in the first half. I feel like everything was going to plan except for the goal coming in the entirety of the first half. So 100% give Mikel Arteta his due. My boy, damn, we 4-4, man. Listen, calm. We gonna do it. We gonna say it like Martin Odergaard. If we gonna say it like Arteta, man, we ain't done nothing yet. We gonna keep it calm, keep it low, and just move week by week, man. Game by game, we move. We got Aston Villa in the week next, and let's hope we get 3 points, man. Let's go. But yeah, that's all I got for this video today. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. And also be sure to check out this video somewhere on the screen that has some information about who I think should be the winger that we should bring in. Now, there's only going to be a few days in the transfer window, so you might want to check this video out to get some info if you haven't already on what wingers are available and linked with us. Now, that's all I got for this video, but don't trip. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.